Hollywood's remaking revolution sparks excitement and debate. Picture this, a beloved 1964 French-Italian adventure flick, packed with high-stakes thrills and playful nods to spy sagas, is set for a shiny new update. But here's where it gets controversial. In an era obsessed with fresh stories, why reboot classics, especially under a studio calling itself original? If you're hooked on cinematic nostalgia or curious about how modern talent breathes life into old gems, stick around. We're diving deep into the remake of That Man from Rio, starring Sydney Sweeney and helmed by director Justin Lin, and we'll unpack the history, the hype, and the hot takes that might just divide fans. Movie News posted just moments ago, the original That Man from Rio, also known as L'Homme de Rio, was a clever parody of James Bond-style espionage movies, crafted under the direction of Philippe de Broca. It starred the charismatic Jean-Paul Belmondo alongside Françoise Dorléac and drew heavy inspiration from the beloved comic strips of Hergé, the creator behind The Adventures of Tintin. For beginners unfamiliar with Tintin, think of it as a series of illustrated tales about a young reporter and his dog who stumble into globe-trotting mysteries. And yes, some scenes in the film were lifted almost directly from those comics, adding a layer of playful homage that feels both fun and fascinating. Fast forward to today, and per a Deadline scoop, Apple Original Films is spearheading a remake, ironically positioning a company with original in its title to redo an existing hit. Justin Lin, the visionary director behind 5 action-packed Fast Furious films, think explosive car chases and high-octane drama that defined blockbuster fun for many, has signed on to take the reins. And this is the part most people miss: the original film's lasting impact on Hollywood legends. As Deadline highlights, it served as a key muse for directors like Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, who later credited as one of the sparks for the legendary Indiana Jones character. Imagine Indiana Jones swinging into action. That swashbuckling adventurer owes a nod to this French classic, making the remake not just a retread but a potential bridge to new generations discovering those roots. Sydney Sweeney, the rising star who's been buzzing in rumors as a possible Bond girl, has just joined the project as the lead actress. The screenplay for this updated version is penned by Chase Palmer, adapting the story that the original's creators, Philippe de Broca, Jean-Paul Rappeneau, Ariane Mnouchkine, and Daniel Boulanger, wove back in 1964. The tale centers on a young soldier on leave who leaps into chaos to save his girlfriend, abducted by cunning thieves and whisked away to the vibrant chaos of Rio de Janeiro. What follows is a whirlwind of extravagant escapades, blending humor, action, and adventure in a way that's as entertaining as it is unpredictable. For those new to the genre, it's like a lighter comedic take on Indiana Jones meets James Bond, but with French flair. The remake's hero role is poised to attract a roster of A-list contenders, offering Lin a dream lineup of options. Behind the scenes, Kevin Walsh is producing via his The Walsh Company, thanks to a first-look deal with Apple TV. Walsh, a longtime devotee of the 1964 film, reportedly chased those remake rights for ages before landing them. Talk about passion-driving projects. Lin is also stepping up as a producer through his Perfect Storm Entertainment, and Sweeney will nab an executive producer credit, highlighting her growing influence in the industry. Fun fact: this isn't Sweeney's first rodeo with Apple TV or Walsh. She previously starred in the gripping thriller Echo Valley, another Walsh production, showing a track record of thrilling collaborations. Sponsored content. Are you a fan of the original That Man from Rio? What do you think of Sydney Sweeney and Justin Lin teaming up for a remake? Let us know by leaving a comment below. About the author, horror news editor. Favorite movies: the Friday the 13th franchise, Kevin Smith movies, the films of George A. Romero, especially the initial Dead trilogy, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1-2, Flesh Eater, Intruder, Let the Right One In, Return of the Living Dead, The Evil Dead, Jaws, Tremors, From Dusk Till Dawn, Phantasm, Halloween, The Hills Have Eyes, Back to the Future trilogy, Dazed and Confused, the James Bond series, Mission Impossible, the MCU. The list goes on and on. Likes, movies, horror, 80s slashers, podcasts, animals, traveling, Brazil, the country, the Cinema Wasteland Convention, classic rock, Led Zeppelin, Kevin Smith, George A. Romero, Quentin Tarantino, the Coen brothers, Richard Linklater, Paul Thomas Anderson, Stephen King, Elmore Leonard, James Bond, Tom Cruise, Marvel Comics, the Grindhouse Drive-In era. But let's stir the pot a bit. Is remaking a film like this innovative, or does it risk overshadowing the original's charm? Some argue remakes inject fresh energy, like how The Man from U.N.C.L.E. updated spy tropes, while others say they dilute the magic of classics. And with Sydney Sweeney in the mix, is she the perfect modern heroine, or should the role go to an A-lister who mirrors Belmondo's charm? Do you agree that Justin Lin's Fast Furious pedigree makes him ideal for high-speed adventures? Or is there someone else you'd cast? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you love the idea, or think Hollywood should focus on originals? Let's debate.